This is the Fish Lake Valley Museum. This is about in the middle of Fish Lake Valley. This was a Williams Ranch. I went to school with Randy and Linda Williams, and Linda put up this old museum here. This is some of the old equipment that her dad had and different people in the valley. Old tractors and things. This is the main museum building. There's an old service station. I don't remember where it came from. But that car there, that Dodge, may have been the one Dodge that was on Snow Goose Ranch when I drove it down out of Cottonwood Creek. And it had the brakes out on it. Dodges notoriously had bad brakes. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah. I signed your name.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to take a few pictures.
There's my picture over there, honey.
Which one?
The one
Can I
did.
leave the door open? Is that okay? Or
Yeah.
no?
See over there?
Where, Marilyn?
Over there to the right of that cabinet.
Oh, yes. Fish Lake Valley. Fish Lake. Yes. And let's see. Different things. Here. Different pictures. McAfee. McAfee Grace.
You know those people, Jim?
Yeah, I know the names. I was raised in this valley.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a picture of you holding the fish up there.
Yeah, that's a picture of me holding the fish up. That was one of the last big fish caught out of Fish Lake. I have to get around you a little bit.
Okay. I guess they took it out of the...
No, I gave them one also.
Oh, you did?
Yes. This is Herschel's book he wrote. We talked about when he was writing that book. You know, that's the picture of me a long time ago, 1980 something, I imagine.
That this picture over here to the right might be from the old lake too. See back there?
Yes, that looks like it. I can't read the names of all of the fellows there and ladies. I think they're McAfees, all McAfees.
Yeah, they're all McAfees.
All McAfees.
I was going to say they look kind of like them.
Yeah, the Virginia looks a whole lot like her.
I was thinking that.
Yes.
I saw that picture.
So Frina McAfee. 1871.
1871?
Yeah, 1867. Well, these people beat me here. I didn't come here until 1953.
Do you know this person? Ralph here?
Yes. Yeah, there's an NRA Model 94. That's the musket. Do you know where my spittoon is? Wyatt Earp spittoon? No? It's here someplace.
I'll look for it.
Okay. And there should be a little old Gold Point. Or oh, it's Gold Field.
I see a picture of Samuel McNutt.
What?
Samuel McNutt.
Samuel McNutt, yeah. 1803 to 1899.
1803.
Uh-huh.
Well, he was.
1899. Reuben Riley, I remember Reuben McNutt. And Daniel McNutt.
Well, they were here in the 1800s.
Yes, they were, yes.
Well, I don't
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think this is the house that I took you up to. This is McNutt's, Upper McNutt, I believe. I think that's Upper McNutt.
Yeah, that looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah. William Edward McNutt.
Here's Dorothy Patterson. Here it says.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Patterson Ranch. That Patterson Ranch was where Hank lived.
That's what I thought. Well, boy, they've got some beautiful
Ivan McNutt.
beadwork here.
Yeah.
A pattern on it. Isn't that beautiful?
There was some trouts here a long time ago. Trout family.
Good. That's really cool in here.
Hello, 8th grader. Hi. How are you? Good, how are you? Wonderful.
It's my
Nice
dad.
to meet
My
you.
brother. You figure that out, I think.
In a minute, huh?
That's the early
Some
days.
telephone, right?
My brother was there. Oh,
Oh, you remember all of
of course. Seen a few of those in your day.
I don't know whether you see this or not. There's him.
People from the history.
All from the area?
Yeah.
This is a picture I painted.
You did?
I did this. It's from a postcard that my husband had. He lived here since off Noah since 1953. Jim Phillips. Lived on the Phillips Ranch for
Things are jokes.
Beautiful. You still paint?
years.
Yeah, you do? That's cool. What a gift. That's a good gift.
Thank you. He put in a spittoon here, but I don't see
Yeah, I
it
don't know
yet.
why her spittoon is.
I don't know what happened to her.
Yeah.
Look here, Goldfield, honey.
Yes. Goldfield Hotel, probably.
There's just a lot of
Goldfield Journal.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And stuff that like
I haven't seen hide to hair of your spittoon.
Well, it's probably around here someplace. And the razor stone.
Yeah, this, Sophronia. This is for pesto.
I had one of these.
We
Except
got
it was
one
a
too, Jan.
Victor. It was a Zenith Oceanic. Old switchboard. I remember we had one phone in Fish Lake Valley, Oasis #1, one long and two shorts. I lived at Snow Goose Ranch then.
Nice to meet you. They probably rode their horses to school, huh?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. The burros.
That's a burro though, isn't it?
It sure is.
Oh,
Priscilla,
they're pretty
Priscilla
nice.
Hale McNett, 1830 to 1925.
Probably have to get up early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Maryland.
Definitely.
There's Priscilla McNett, 1830 to 1925. 95 years old, see?
Oh my goodness. That's a nice picture.
Yeah.
There's some baby shoes.
Wow, that's not like a bear or nothing.
It's smaller, but it's the same. Like the
I don't know who all this is from.
It's the same thing. Same
Isn't that
size.
pretty?
Yes. Uh-huh. Hank Patterson has some, you saw that thing that I,
Yes, I did.
I don't know
Sure
who that is.
pretty.
Just like
do you know who the picture of the lady there is in the top?
No, I do not know who she is.
I don't know whether that was Hank's mother. If that's Hank's mother, I have something that she did. That she did for Hank in 1913. Well, beats me.
Linda said she was training me well.
Yeah.
Linda didn't tell you anything about that spittoon from the Wyatt Earp's bar.
I don't know what a spittoon is.
It's a brass thing, kind of around like a can with a lip on it. People used to spit in them a long time ago. They still do, I guess.
Hey, how you doing? Everything else is priced.
The McAfee McNett family reunion in 1930.
I'm gonna step out to him.
What are you doing?
There's up at McNett Ranch.
Well, we reduced them for her.
Oh.
Lord
They're
McNett.
priced on correct right here. Here's that guy's book, Herman's book.
Lord McNett. Upper McNett Ruins.
Pretty nice cover.
Upper McNett Ranch in the distance.
Endorsed by who?
I mean, as testimonial by Wyndham.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how much that's worth.
Anyway, there's the old car. It looked like the one I drove down out of Cottonwood Creek.
When she was still beginning to put it together.
Old tires.
Okay. Hello. No,
Hi.
take your time. I'm not in a hurry.
The old post office. One of them, anyway. Always to Esmeralda. I remember that. Angela Williams. Valley Electric, 1965-1968 president. Angie Williams, Angela Williams. Postal Service, 22 years. Lyda Bell Wright was a postmaster when I came here.
You were looking for a spittoon?
Yes,
There's one right here. Under the table.
that's the one. That's Wyatt Earp's spittoon. Out of
is
the
it?
northern, yeah.
Okay.
I loaned that to him.
Nice.
Yeah,
That was out of the northern?
yeah. I think it was a northern.
Very
It was in
cool.
Tonopah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've heard lots about the northern.
Yeah, I had that for about 30 or 40 years.
Oh my goodness.
Someplace around here, there's a little razor stone that I picked up on the old stagecoach trail.
Oh really?
That fell off down when the stagecoach trail was still
Oh,
here
my
when I was a little kid. There it is.
See it? Oh,
I sharpened my knife on that thing for 50 years.
very cool.
That's it.
Oh my goodness, and you had found it.
I found that on the stagecoach trail.
That's so neat.
Yeah. I lived on the Oasis. I started working there in 1953. And on the Oasis Ranch. That was the only phone there, Oasis number one.
Right.
One long and two shorts. Everybody in the valley came down here to use the telephone. It was like that one.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah,
That's so neat.
and that is one of my family's guns
Is it?
from the Civil War right
Oh
there.
my goodness.
Yeah, Mike Wake,
Okay.
the family name, that came from my family from the Civil War. He moved here. He was my cousin.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know him at all before he moved here.
Wow.
But the Wakes and Waits, they spell that name 100 different ways.
Mm-hmm.
But in the Lincoln County War, Fred Waite was the boss with Billy the Kid and all of that, and the Young Guns. And the movie, Lou Diamond Phillips played Fred Waite. But his name was Chavez Chavez in the movie. I don't know why they put down Frederick Tecumseh Waite was his name.
Oh wow.
And anyway, Fred went on back to Oklahoma, Indian Territory. Pauls Valley was named after my family. And he became a senator and a newspaper man and all kinds of stuff back there.
Oh wow.
And that was his, they were all from Ilatika Moshochu. That's our great-great-great-grandmother. That was his great-great-great-grandmother. That's Wyatt Earp's spittoon. Out of the bar in Tonopah. I let them use that here.
Nice.
And that little razor stone over there, I've sharpened my knives on it for 50 years. I found that on the stagecoach trail that was running through the valley when I was a little kid. I've been here for
You were a
long,
little kid.
65 years ago.
65 years ago.
Yeah,
Well, you can't be over 65 now.
I'm a lot more than that.
Come on now. Come on now.
Yes, much older than that.
You look great.
Well, thank you
Wow.
for having horses stomp me to death. I Mustanged up here in these mountains and trained horses back in the 50s, up until about 1960, and I went to work for Cord on the Cord Ranch, and I was his horseman.
Yeah, God's been good to you.
Yeah, you've been saved for a purpose, for His purpose.
I guess.
Yeah,
right now.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I preached about 7,000 sermons.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, praise God for
Here's
that.
Did you see this tricycle?
there's a card.
I'll take it. Thank you.
Mhm.
You're a ham operator also?
Yes.
So am I.
What is your?
KC6 OKU.
Oh, I meant
California.
Well, yeah. Oh, KC6. There's my wife over there. She's KG6 TBO.
Not exactly, but very close to it. Probably a newer.
Here's you a
Oh,
card.
thank you so much.
I
Appreciate
tell
it.
stories on that. A lot of my sermons, I put stories and stuff in them, and do a lot
Love
of
that.
walk around things.
Yeah. See, you're doing His work. That's
Yes.
what you were saved from them horses,
Well,
right?
that and poison and cancer and everything else.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. I went to school with Linda and her older brother.
Oh, did you?
I knew all of them when I was a little kid running around here.
That's kind of cool.
Matter of fact, at the Dyer School, my stepdad and Willie Patterson built the first backstop for the baseball
Oh, is that
baseball
right?
backstop, and that
That's
was
cool.
our teacher Orville Taylor was an ex-professional baseball player. We only played one game. That was baseball. That was it.
We came to actually watch our grandsons play in Tonopah last night. Football.
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 Yeah.
They both were able to play last night, and we came because
Yeah.
they wanted Friday night lights in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. I was a tribal hunter for the Western Shoshone in the 80s here.
Wow.
They gave them full rights, hunting rights, and no one got around real good, so I'd go up there in the mountains and I'd kill deer and bring them to them, sometimes 3 or 4 deer at a time.
We've got quite a history.
Well, I've been here for a long time.
Mom,
Uh-huh.
ice cream powder.
Ice cream
Yeah.
powder. That's pretty cool, huh?
That down here as you go down the road, down when you turn and make that left, that's where the store used to be.
Oh, okay.
That old building, that abandoned building, that was a store and a service station and a bar. And on the bar, there was a machine gun with a belt of bullets in it, sitting on the bar. I think the guy's name was
So
Arnie.
at one time, was this a prosperous area? I mean, was it?
Well, when I moved here, it was like
a little booming
50 to
town?
60 people that were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is about as big as it's ever been, I think. That Art Bell, you know Art Bell,
Yes.
W6OBB. We used to talk all the time on the radio. And anyway, Art put this valley on the map on his show, advertising that Chattovich Creek land up there for sale. And they sold every piece of land in this valley, I think, over that deal.
Yeah, Art just passed away not too
Yeah,
long
just
ago.
not too long. I talked to him just before he died. He was a good friend of mine. He was part of our group on 3913. Yeah. I don't know whether they still got any of those old school desks when I went to school here or not from the Dyer School. It was just a 2-room schoolhouse then. One of these buildings came off of that
Oh, is that right?
Stagecoach Road. I can't remember which one it was. This looked about the size of it. I think it's got Angie's stove in here. Hello there, boy.
Nice and cozy and everything you need, huh? All in one room.
Well, that's something.
That's the way it used to be.
That's the way it is. I got a little cabin up there about like this with a wood stove in it.
Do you?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love to cook on wood.
Well, what more do you need, right? Stove?
Well, it's too. You have to have an outdoor one and an indoor one up here in the summertime. The old toasters, you remember them? Probably too young for
Which
that.
is it?
Toasters.
No.
You used to put the toaster.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't remember those.
You could take a cap off and put your bread on there and put it on top of there and toast it, and then you take it off, turn it on the other side, and do it again. My mother was ironing with flat irons like that on the wood stove down on the Snow Goose Ranch when we came here in '53. I've got 6 stoves.
Do you?
Yeah.
I remember some of the things. Some of them are familiar, like when our parents.
That Kalamazoo is the ones I like the best of all.
Oh, that breeze smells good.
Yeah, nice and cozy. Everything right there through.
Well, the big reunion here.
Well, no,
Virginia, is this your little deal?
Not my little deal.
Yeah.
I'm the head confusulator, but who knows? This is just one man's junk, another man's treasure.
Yeah, all right. I wanted to get a picture of you on here.
It's a fundraiser for the museum.
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't care. However you do it. Jack was done. Let his name go on there, right? You got all yours. Put them in what you want to get. What do you want, a doll, Grandma, or what do you want?
I don't know.
John, are you selling something?
I got it catching here.
John, are you selling something?
I'm just taking money.
Yeah.
I'm working for free.
For free, huh? I do that all the time.
Oh no.
Want another 10?
Name off some of those guys we used to hunt with.
You got 10 tickets?
10 of them?
Yes, sir.
Five and five.
Okay, your name goes in the cup, right?
I don't know. Whatever you
It goes in the cup that you want.
What's the name? Okay. Yeah, I do
That working at Weber?
I just rubbed it a little bit. So let's see if we can
that.
get
Love the
it.
whole scarf, right?
This one may not. I don't think this one works. I'm so sure.
Go to the antique store and you get all kinds of money for this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you write your name on them and then put your name and then just stick it in there. That wait, thanks.
Hi, Joni.
Get out of your camera range.
I'm going to take a picture of this. Well, I got to have you on here. You're the head of
I was the
DFC
star?
sales.
Yeah, there's
Boy,
one over there. Looks like we had one over there, huh?
Yeah.
That little one.
yeah.
What's that building? You know, the one Melinda's coming out of, or what was it?
I don't remember. One of these buildings was from Blackie. That was his name. That's all I can remember in the 1950s. And he died probably about that time. And he was part of an old stage. They would change the horses on the stage line. And it was out there behind the Snow Goose Ranch on the old trail, the stagecoach trail.
Oh.
And I found things on that. Man, that's Linda and Greg there. I saw my spittoon, White Earp spittoon in that one.
White Earps.
Yeah, it came from his saloon in Tonopah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I loaned it to him here.
Oh, neat.
It's in that one building up there.
I'll have to look.
Yeah, and my razor stone that I found when I was a little kid on the stagecoach trail, I sharpened my knife on that thing for 50 years more. Probably more than 50.
Snow Goose is the one over there, right?
The last one.
Yeah.
The last one.
And then it went by the lake, Fish Lake.
Mm,
The stagecoach?
No. That was the cord ranch down that way by the lake.
I thought there was a stage.
There was a little lake over there. A long time ago, there was a little lake on the corner, right down there by where Kennedy's lived.
Oh,
But that's the Oasis Ranch there, and then on the other side over there, it's the first ranch in the Fish Lake Valley. That's Snow Goose.
yeah.
Haley, she's 13, goes to this school, and I'm teaching her to be a docent. And she's going to be writing papers on it, and on the things that, so if she's talking to you or listening a little close and you're wondering, is she getting snoopy or whatever, now she knows she's going to have homework. So feel free to chat with her. Different people from the community are here, and they have an interest in this history. We have new people who have just purchased some of the historic ranches. They're here. They just purchased the Dyer Ranch. So I'm glad to see this input and this transition. I think it's critical to keep everything going. So we're going to go over and grab
Linda, can I real quick
Yeah.
interrupt? Okay, I had a lot of people say they didn't get an invitation. I've got a whole bunch of invitations that came back. I'm working off an old list. Please, everybody, take a card, even if you got an invitation, update it. I want all your information.
Right.
So that next year, I've got people for years I keep getting them returned. So I need to update my list. And if you know of somebody who's not getting one, put one on a card, so that maybe next time we'll do better. And the last time I was here, it was on a Sunday, and I was saying, man, you know, be nice to go to church. I'd never miss, but this event. And we've got a preacher here, and I said we got to have cowboy church. So we got a cowboy church service in the morning. If anybody cares, it's going to be right around here at 7 in the morning before breakfast. So if anybody's interested, come on. But I made him promise not to preach too long because 8 o'clock's breakfast, and we're leaving whether he's done or not. Okay. So anyway, grab a plate, go get something to eat.
I want to thank you all. I want to thank everybody who has helped me, all of you guys who have helped me do all the cooking and putting the stuff together, and all of my volunteers, all the friends and family who have come on my side to help keep this going. So grab your silverware will be over by the tack house. The plates and the little cups, the blue tin cups. If you want to put your beans in that, because they might be a little soupy or something, that would be cool. Everything sitting on that table is going to be hotter than a pistol, and I'm so sorry about that. But grab some napkins to help hold them, and then you just start the circle around. There are multiple plates, Dutch ovens of the same meat. So you've got tri-tip pork, potatoes, and green beans and corn that they've brought. And so if you see another thing of meat, it's probably the same thing. So just go through it one time, come back for seconds after everybody's gone through. Yeah?
Do you have a donation spot?
So any donations go into the museum, and there's a wooden bowl sitting there by the sign-in book. Now Kaylee is going to be going around. Don't run and do it now. Kaylee will be going around making sure everybody has signed that, because if this ever becomes a 501c3, I have to show that there has been activity and an interest from the community and from people coming for gatherings like this. Okay. So your signatures and things are critical. Any other questions?
No.
Okey-doke.
Let's
go eat.
No. And there's a few salads and a cake over here.
Need to come first.
Go get some food.
They wanted you to go first.
Hello.